Welcome, Pirates, to the new school year. Today we're going to be learning about People First language here at Piper High School and how we can implement it better. Here at Piper High School, we hold all of our students to high expectations. Language shapes attitudes, and attitudes shape language. Here is how we can use person-first language to keep those expectations high for all of our students. First, we are going to go into what is people-first language, examples of what not to do and what's been seen in the past, and then finally, new phrases that we can utilize to make everyone feel at home here at Piper High School. First, we are going to look at what is people-first language. Person-first language is putting the person first, then their disability. An example of this is, instead of saying an autistic kid, it is a student with autism. A disability should be considered a uniqueness, not a punishment, and using person-first language is common courtesy and is considered proper social etiquette. Now that you've seen what person-first language is, now we're going to talk about what has happened in the past and non-examples. These are examples of what have been said in the past, using words like disabled, handicapped, confined to a wheelchair, he or she's autistic, crippled, mentally retarded, and referring to students with no disabilities as normal or healthy is not acceptable. Here are more examples from the past, using phrases such as mentally ill, nonverbal, and handicapped parking is not acceptable. Also, when speaking about students with disabilities, saying terms such as your kids when speaking to a special education teacher or SPED students or special education students is not acceptable. We should also be conscious of what our students say. Words like idiot, moron, spaz, crazy, schizo, and retard, among many others, should not be accepted in the classroom. These words were or are medical diagnoses. These are examples of appropriate language that we should use. Here are some examples of what you can say. As you can see, each example has people first. People with disabilities. He or she uses a wheelchair. Focus on their abilities. He or she has autism. He or she has a physical disability. He or she has a cognitive disability. And if you're referring to people that you would typically say is healthy or normal, say child without disabilities. Instead of using the term mentally ill, say he or she has a mental health condition. When speaking about a nonverbal student, say he or she communicates with. Instead of handicap parking, say accessible parking. Also use the term our kids when speaking to a resource teacher. You both teach them. And lastly, when speaking about students in the special education program, refer to them as students receiving special education services. In society, we recognize the danger of slurs related to ethnicity, religion, gender, and even other characteristics. Isn't it time we address disability-related insults as well? This is how we can do this, through person-first language. Remember, people with disabilities go on to lead everyday lives. They go to school and/or work, they get married, have kids, and they excel in society like everybody else. We need to start treating them like people first, and we can accomplish this by utilizing people first language. Here are some resources that you can utilize to gain more knowledge on this concept. A copy of this video and all of the resources will be provided to you via your email. Thank you.